Hello. Can you see? What does it show? Good evening. Happy Friday 13th. Just getting set up here. I'm live. I'm live. Yes. So it's Friday 13th. Celebrating my birthday. It's my birthday live. Actually, I'll do a little test here. Can you hear? Can you go in the room and see if you can hear me? So doing a different setup tonight. First time using StreamYard. Thought I'd wait a little bit. Yep. Sounds like you hear me. So this is a little bit different. I actually have my other half. Let's guard Duenya over here. She's the producer tonight by just looking and making sneering eye contacts and winking her eyes at me and whatever. And then I had a surprise day too. I had my best friend, JP. He came to visit me for the night or day or night day.
For the evening?
For the evening. He didn't want to be on camera. He's a little
we don't want to take you away from
he's all camera shy. So it's like we'll spy on him a little bit later. So he'll be in and out also.
What about the spies? The satellites?
See, he's a little paranoid around here. So, so it's like I forgot to get him a pixelated mask so he can put in front of his face. It's like if I do it now, it's like get you one of those like mask with the eyes.
I'm trying to do your fair because if not, you'll be getting the child support letters here.
Oh, yeah, don't want to get those on here. So, can you see if anybody's watching? Not yet.
You said one.
That's you.
You had two. I don't know what happened.
So tonight, got these a couple of days ago. One of my staple drinks is the Wild Turkey 101. And my wife got me an early birthday present a few weeks ago, which I haven't opened it, and I saved it for tonight. The Wild Turkey 8-year. So, anyways, I thought I go live on here, see if anybody wants to join me. If not, this is a little catalog for my birthday and try something a little different for this year. I do have, after a while, waiting for the sun to go down since we're in Texas. It's still kind of hot today. It wasn't as hot yesterday, but it's Friday the 13th. I thought I'd wait till it gets a little bit darker outside to see if any cuckoos come outside. That's why I got 2 extra people to come, throw them down so they get them instead of me, save myself. Yeah. What are friends for? So I think tonight I'll smoke another Amazon Basin for my birthday cigar. Even though, did I smoke a birthday cigar the other night, Tuesday?
No.
No.
We got home late.
Oh.
We went and did something. We got home late. She didn't want to go outside.
That's right.
It was too late.
Yeah. We got home late, and then, but for my birthday, I did get my. We just became godparents this weekend, and the godchildren called me and wished me happy birthday. So that was really nice. So let's see.
People. Yeah, 2 watching.
2 people watching, and what's not that is think it's trying to use a phone instead of a computer on this, but oh well. So uh, this weekend's also Father's Day weekend. You know, um, we lost our fathers not quite a while ago. I mean, I was adopted, so I actually had two dads. My one of my dads passed away when back long time ago when I was like 18, and my biological father passed away back in like 11 years ago or so. But my wife's passed what 7 years, something like 7 years now, eight, about 7 years. So, uh, but you know, uh, we pray that people who you know for fathers out there, that aren't here today, and we also want to celebrate the fathers that are here that are trying. You know, they're doing what they need to do, and for all those father figures out there, um, we want to celebrate you too. Thank you. You know, round of applause. So, hi Frank, how are you? Thanks for coming. Um, I can't see the comments on the screens for some reason, so Veronica's relaying some of the comments. Um, if you want to come in, I think. Let's see. Can you post? Oh no, I would be able to see the comments if I seen a comment. Oh, there we go. Oh, oh, thank you, Noe. Now I can see comments. Yeah, I can see comments now. I see Frank. Let's see if I can type it in here. I guess it did. I said hello, hello. So, I think I'll start with popping a couple of bottles first. Get the Wild Turkey 101, regular staple from the shelves. It's actually one of the first whiskey bottles that I actually enjoyed drinking when I was younger. We drink a lot of this when we were young, many times. Yeah, didn't care for Jim Beam or Jack Daniels as much. That was mainly sodas, and I really didn't drink Wild Turkey, uh, straight back then either. So it was a lot of mixing on here. But now it's like getting these bottles and enjoying the taste is pretty good. So I'm just glad that now tonight I get to try something different. Trying both tonight. I promised that I wouldn't finish them tonight.
Not like your Elijah Craig ride.
Not like Elijah Craig rye. Yeah, that had a stopping point, but it didn't stop. And yeah, that it was a good night for me, but not a good night afterwards. Let's see. So I'm gonna smoke an Amazon Basin after a while. It's like I had a few choices, and I just decided just to pick that out. Um, we haven't really been buying or getting new cigars lately, and I think we have a few that we're going, especially since we just got these. We're just like, all right, we'll just. I had a few of those Amazon Basins, and so it seems pretty good to try. So let's crack this one and see if we can hear it. Ooh. I'll get you one. Just a little.
Mhm.
Okay.
Can do what?
And now let me pop this other one. Listen to it for this pop. Hugo's on. All right. He wasn't sure if he was going to be able to make it, so that's cool. Thanks for joining in, or at least popping in. Some ASMR. So Wild Turkey 8-year. So anybody having a pairing tonight, or what's everybody else smoking or drinking?
I knew she was gonna do it.
Oh, so give me 1 second.
Hey.
So we'll go with the second bottle now. Oh, that was so low.
Oh, I see her.
Yeah, but it's been aged, so it's
Yeah, we'll go with that. Hi. We got a phone call. So going to pause for just 1 second. Give me 1 second. Sorry, we're on a separate call at the moment. Our godchild's birthday is also Sunday, and she's opening her gift from us. So I'm kind of watching behind the scenes here. So while she's enjoying that, we got her. She's how old is she going to be? How old is she? 12. She's 12. It's like, I know, I just couldn't remember. I can't remember my own birthday either. So, anyways, we got her just she's into Hello Kitty, so we got her just Hello Kitty remote control birthday with a birthday hat, and she can remote control it, and then punch a button, and the confetti comes out and ruins her mom's floor. You got to be that type of people, so, so pretty much tonight is just mainly just hanging out. So yeah, yeah. So if anybody wants to join in, we can send you a link. I think I might be able to get you in here. Trying StreamYard for the first time. Actually going live is a little, technical for me. Usually, when Randy did it for the Cigar Dudes, it was, they handled all of it, and I just joined in. So pretty soon, hopefully, I'll get my own. When you go live by yourself, it's a lot different than having doing your whole things by yourself setup. So this is a Wild Turkey 101, the regular. Still just get normal Wild Turkey. Sorry, I still feel a little distracted, but I'm cool.
You're trying to figure out the button.
The button for So, a little vanilla, a little crazy. The Wild Turkey 8-year though.
All right, sounds good. Bye.
Bye.
Having technical difficulties on the Hello Kitty.
So, sorry for that. Oh, this is nice. It's bold. You want to smell that?
And it's 8-year.
The 8-year.
Okay.
So I'll get in first one. Acclimate my taste buds. Nice caramel, cherry note. 101. Little heat.
Yeah, I got that on the next one too. Being warm when it hits the chest.
Well, we just had pizza with pepperoni and a little hot, so it kind of also determines what type of food you eat too. Kind of like, I didn't have any water afterwards,
Yeah, when you clean the palate.
so
Says,
going for an extra sip. So
You need
yeah,
water?
yes, please. So embarrassing. Because what I was going to say cheers, everyone.
Yeah.
And in comments. Coke Zero with Cuba. Okay, sounds cool. We had one of those. The Mi Amor, yes. So this is the 8-year. Before I say anything on this, I have Veronica try it. We need more Glen Cairns. Not as hot, pretty smooth, right? Got a little bit more deep.
Creamier.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to?
Try.
take a look, see.
No bubbles?
See, not as much heat, but then blowing like dragon. But definitely more smooth.
Right. So the difference on it is like the regular wild turkey, it was with tax probably like 22 compared to the 8-year, which we got it for MSRP, which was about 45. Maybe with tax was 49. So is the 4 extra years on the 8-year worth it? Maybe to keep it around, get a regular wild turkey, 4 or 5 glasses, 1 glass, 2 afterwards, and vice versa. Mix them back together. maybe later try that experiment, mix them together. On the regular ones, there's more cinnamon note. Some baking spice cinnamon notes. Or at least that's what I'm calling it. So be sure and hit that like and subscribe. Did I mention that? See who. Yeah. See. I'm going to go ahead and try this and let it be open. So see if this works too. So if anybody wants to jump in and join me, they can. I don't know if that's working or not. Like I said, technically, not sure if I'm working this correctly. I'm more used to just pre-recording or just going live straight up with nobody on, or being on a regular channel with somebody else moderating everything.
Just like this. Let's compare.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Josephus. Cheers. What are you having tonight, Josephus? I feel like we need some live music, but I don't know, or music in the background, but I don't know if YouTube's gonna strike me for having music. Do you know? If we just had like a radio on or something? You may not hear it. I mean, I'm on the mic, but the last time I had music on, I was live on TikTok, drinking Elijah Craig rye, and I don't remember anything after 9:30, and I was on till
3.
every time Veronica tells me the story, it starts an hour later. You were on until 12:30,
No,
then 1:30.
it was
Now it's 3 o'clock.
It was 2:30, 3 o'clock when I got up.
Probably the first time and the second time she came up. You were still going.
That's my daughter. She said we're fine.
I'm fine. I was fine.
It was the same song 4 times in a row.
You were fine too. I love this song.
It's a Disney song.
The Goonies song. Oh yes. I
On repeat.
the Goonies.
God.
Goonies never say die.
Yes. Yes. Oh.
Let's see.
Sweet tea.
Milo sweet tea and a barbed wire. Awesome.
That's good.
If you want to do in a mixer, which I have no problem with you doing it. Did you bring regular Coke?
No.
Sure.
I forgot about regular Coke.
It's all right.
You want some Coke Zero? You're gonna taste pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Some ice.
Let me finish this little shot first. Little shoot. I'm enjoying the warmth of not only your company, but
Cheers, my friend.
good to see you, brother. Been too long. We'll have to do this more often.
What is?
Happy birthday to you.
Hang on. We're singing happy birthday to my godchild. Happy birthday. Wait. Happy birthday to you.
Yay.
Hey, hey, y'all want to be on YouTube? Say hi, everyone. That's my new family away from family. Oh my God. So we're all celebrating birthdays. No, he says hi. This is good.
I like the
That was good with them.
I like the ear. The ear.
I'm glad you do. Now we have something else that we can share that you like it.
Mm-hmm.
So what else? Well, I was going to say, if you sit here, then I can feel like I'm talking to you and talking to them.
I guess I can do that.
Or you can come over here.
Come on then. Yeah, maybe I should.
No, you don't have to.
Make
It's just me. It's just me.
It's your birthday. It's
It's
all
a-
about you, babe.
It's your birthday. It's your
It's your
birthday.
It's your birthday. What are you smoking tonight?
I got an Amazon basin.
Oh,
I was um I was planning on doing something different and I just couldn't decide. And so I just went with an Amazon basin. So in about another 30 minutes we'll move we're inside right now and I can't smoke inside.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
I'm novice when it comes to cigars.
Okay.
I work at a nursing home facility, for one
Mhm.
thing. We've got a patient that soaks his cigars in whiskey or bourbon.
Okay.
Have y'all heard of such a thing?
Yes. So
He just chews on them, but because he can't smoke inside, got it all day long.
right. So everybody can depends on your
I
level.
ain't heard of it.
Depends on your level on smoking cigar, and depends on what type of cigars. You know, if they're cigars from like say from the gas station.
Mhm.
You know, what were those? What was the ones that Douglas was always smoking? The King. Oh, what were those? The one we used. We had the boxes for the crayons and pencils at school. King Edwards. Yeah, we had the King Edwards. You know, or then you go up to these the pre-hand rolled
So you might have
cigars.
colors in it, but I had some other kind of things in there. But I know what you're talking about.
Right. So, you know, I've heard of people doing that. You know, they get their cigar.
My uncle talked about putting, say, his chewing tobacco with bourbon and stuff like that. You know, I can understand that. And I guess it's kind of the same thing because he just chewed on the cigar, but I just wondered if you knew anything about that. Like,
So yeah,
is
so
that common?
there are some that have come out.
Infused. So.
I say infused, but they have soaked them.
yeah, they'll have for infused cigars. What some people do would have a container. They will have their cup, a cup of liquor into a container, put their cigars in there, and then let them accumulate, which was kind of soaks into the aroma of the liquor. Or they'll douse their cigar in some liquor and let that soak
I
in.
think that's maybe what he does because every now and then I see a little empty ball mason jar.
Hmm.
A little
Yes.
short one, like
Mason
a belly
jar.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think his wife puts some, brings it in, you know, for him, and
you know, so since he's doing that and then he's just chewing on it. I know, like my dad had a friend named Douglas that he used to smoke King Edward cigars, and then afterwards he couldn't smoke them because his doctor told him not to. But yeah, anyways, so he would just buy a bunch of cigars and then just put them in his mouth and chew on it. And so,
yeah.
but if you're listening to Dr. Oscar from GTO, he says cigars are good.
Josephus.
Joseph?
No, no, no.
Noe?
Said to take the other man outside to smoke.
Yeah. He says, have you, what do you say? Have you had the broadleaf by Oscar Leaf? To me, it was like the Amazon basin.
Brother. I don't
Big-
think I don't think I've had that one.
The leaf by Oscar is what you're saying? The broadleaf one.
Broadleaf,
Um,
Oscar Lee.
yeah, not that one. Well,
I know I haven't.
no, we've had the leaf by Oscar. I think we only had. I'm not sure which one we had. We've had a couple.
You did. I haven't tried that one.
Yeah, you haven't tried
I've
it.
not tried this. Something to look into though.
Yeah, we've had a couple. I just don't know which one they were. And because then we went to. I don't know who that is. Someone, sorry, someone trying to call, and I don't know who that is. Let's see.
Okay.
What's that?
Here I go. That he just wanted one.
Oh, okay.
Because my dog loved it. And I thought it was
Oh, that's the reason. We have I've had the lead by Oscar a couple years in my first year. So technically, my birthday was Tuesday, and so 2 years ago I had my first cigar. Um, my story here is I saw somebody had a cigar a few years ago, and for my birthday, I usually try and something different, new, something that I haven't had or done before. One year, I wanted to learn how to wear bow ties and actually tie them, so that's what I did, and I wore a bow tie for like 2, 3 years, off and on. And so this year, or that year, 2 years ago, I asked my wife, is like, hey, I want to try smoking a cigar for my birthday, something new. Um, she was a little hesitant, and then she's like, "Okay, go ahead and try," And I didn't think anything of it, so I was like, "Well, I'll just try it, see how I like it." And I wanted some, and at the time, I was like, I didn't want the the cigars at the gas station. I've had the peach white owl. Remember the peach white owl? Yeah, we had peach white owl, the green apple, and stuff like that. And so I wanted, I wanted something that I couldn't afford at the time. It's like, but um, still can't afford them. If you can't afford them, don't. Don't start. But so anyways, we ended up with our specs. We're here in Texas, so we went to Specs. It's like a Total Wine or liquor store and stuff. And my first two cigars that I bought was a Padron 3000 and Drew Estate's Fat Bottom Betty. So my first cigar, yes, was sort of infused, not infused, more flavorful, sweet, Fat Bottom Betty, which that's what most people get. If you want somebody that's wanting to try them, that's one you pretty much give someone. Uh, right now, if I had to give somebody something, it still would be a Deadwood maybe, but it would be the Dominicana, the last one that just came out. It really is like the Deadwood series all blended into one cigar. It has that pepper, slight pepper on it. It has a very little sweet cap to it, but the sweetness goes away, right? Veronica's had one and she likes it too. I just picked up a couple for her today before I came home. And it's still what? Would you still say it's kind of infused? Maybe. Is it fun, enjoyable? I think so. It's one that I think I would keep on, kind of change the palette of all the cedar and leather and pepper cigars out there. Um,
strong hay,
and or strong hay.
grass.
uh,
Earthy.
yeah, earthy. Um, I mean, don't get me wrong, doesn't have anything like that's a candela or anything. But if you do get a candela, the one to get is the Silent Heroes candela, the Maverick. Yes, that is so good too. So um, let's see when you come.
You smoke tonight? A cigar?
I wouldn't want to waste.
Um, don't worry,
You got something.
I have some
Yeah,
that
for some for the junior.
I have some for
Junior
juniors.
protects.
You won 1 week. Yeah. Um,
Sure, I'll partake.
you know, um, he my friend hasn't smoked a regular cigar in a while,
It's been quite some time.
quite some time.
But when I was transitioning out of cigarettes, as in trying to quit cigarettes, I
Like with
preferred the cigar over the cigarette.
all the
That's for
cigarettes,
sure.
yeah. Yeah, so
Although I had the habit of smoking it like it's.
so
Really?
so it's a first starter. He just wants to smoke something tonight. I do have a factory smoke that he can try. That he doesn't want to worry about wasting
Exactly.
wasting a cigar. He's
That's my
very
only concern.
he's like, you come over here, you smoke my cigars and drink my liquor. Oh, what kind of friend are you? Best friend. Best guy. So,
Your childhood friend?
hmm.
So, what do you think? The 8-year.
I like it.
You like it?
I like the 8 year. Uh,
I didn't find it as hot.
right.
Yeah.
It has it has a different little bit flavoring than the regular wild turkey. Doesn't have that has a little bit less of the baking spice. Um,
It's very smooth.
so it's something that we can keep on and every now and then go to it, especially when you're, and then we can switch out from drinking the regular wild turkey. So it's like start that one first, and then get into the regular ones. Let's see. Yeah, I think Josephus key is stuck.
Yeah, it's been
Let's
on
see.
this long.
We had to. Oh yeah, and let's keep going. I hear you. Let me. Josephus. I've only had the Corolla and the broadleaf in the Oscar Leaf series, just in case nobody could read all those messages. Thanks, Hugo. so, so you got me this cup, and you.
This is black cherry zero
Mm,
soda.
mm.
I bought Zevia. I want to try it.
Did you want another pour?
No, I'm ready to smoke.
You're ready to smoke.
I'm ready to smoke.
Will you find the factory smoke for John Paul? So, give me 1 second here. Sorry, guys, just had to get a little conversation in real quick. I'm going to stay on till we'll go out and light up in a few minutes. So might go dark for 45 seconds so you can move all the equipment outside so I don't break connection.
Sure.
My lovely wife has what? Creature. Tatawahi Monster Smash. Box press. She really likes the Tawati. Tawati. Monster. Tawati? Tawati. It's almost like saying that actor's name. The Tawai Wakiki. I can't even say his name. The guy that does the movies that that's married to the girl on The Masked Singer.
I don't know how to say his name.
Well, her name.
Oh.
The one that's married to.
Yes.
That
guy.
What's her name? Her name.
Dang it, you put me on the spot. Now I gotta look it up because I can't think of it. I keep thinking of her actress name.
Do you know who we're talking about?
From 50 Shades. I keep thinking of the actress, the character's name.
Well, say the character's name, and then maybe you can remember the. She's a singer too, isn't
It's Mia, but yeah, she's a singer, and I can't think of her name right now.
You know who we're talking about, right? The guy that's married to the girl, Rita Ora. The guy that's married to Rita Ora. Why? I always want to say Waikiki. It's not Waikiki. He's cool, okay? It's like that's harder than saying some of the cigar brand.
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi. Waikiki.
It's T, baby. It's T.
It's like saying charcuterie.
The T board?
Aluminum.
Cheese board.
Cheese board. I know. You haven't hung out around with us for a while, so it's like you don't see the conversations we usually have.
No, it's good. It's good to see such a well-matched.
Did I give you a pour already?
No, I don't need a pour.
Oh, you have something to drink. So.
It's all up to you.
Something.
You're going.
Well,
You're going.
here's
Do what you want to do.
You have your chair for outside?
I'm just standing here. I'm the chair right here.
Okay. So. Let's see. In 2 minutes, T-minus 2 minutes, we'll go outside. There's only one person watching at the moment, anyways, so they're not going to miss anything. They're like, "This is a cigar apostle. He's not smoking a cigar." It's like, well, we're not watching. Just playing, guys.
How many drinks have you had?
Third.
It's a little bitty one.
It's a little bitty one. Sure.
Well, then. Okay. Go set up the chair and come back, and then I need to help with bringing. I don't know what I'm going to drink outside. So I'm going to have one little pour in here, and we'll go outside. And it's funny how this bottle is pretty much the same as that one, and I thought we were drinking more than that.
Yeah.
All right.
Same volume.
Okay. Has more air in it now.
Well, it can breathe. You know, it's opening up.
Exactly. So the other day, we ended up getting the old Fitzgerald 7-year, the bottom bond. It just came out this year too. It came with a velvet green bag. It's pretty good. Um, we have like this much left. Veronica liked it too. The old Fitzgerald. Gerald. Yeah, it was pretty good. She's gonna go bring the bottle.
It's a nice bottle.
Yeah, it's not the same as the decanter bottle, but it has the old Fitzgerald and the engraved in the top, the wooden cork. One check. That's 100 proof. It's a bottle and bond, meaning it's been more scrutinized on how it's been made. You know, it's all same blend or barrels for it. I can't remember.
Quality cost quality.
Mm-hmm.
100 proof makes my mouth water.
Well, these are 101.
Well, I'm saying when I see 100, I don't know why it is. The color gets me in a more comfortable fashion than seeing somebody pass you a bottle of Everclear. Let's put it that way.
Oh, Everclear. That is the story.
That?
Yeah.
That's why I'm taking my mouth out of water. But
that story will come out in about 4 minutes from now. So if you're watching or catching on right now, I will be right back. We're going to move the station outside. So if you want to just fast forward just a tiny bit, we can. So let's see.
let the smoking come in.
And then we'll light up outside. So let me just pause right
You've
here.
all been waiting for.
There you are.
Let them know it's a real person.
Yeah.
You need the thing for the mosquitoes?
I don't believe you want to bring it out.
Well, this I find the mosquitoes. Oh. All right. You good now?
We're good outside now. So we're outside now. So we'll start off with the story so I can tell my friend here. So when I first started smoking cigars, is I was looking for an ashtray for outside for here, and a few months before that, is like my mom's enchilada plate. It like my mom's
Yes.
pan.
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah. Well, I was making something and stuck it on the sink. And so when I stuck it on the sink, it's like it slid and fell. It's fallen on the floor before, and it's like all ding, 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 whatever, and it's fine. So I always thought it was kind of metal, but it's not. It was ceramic. But we have concrete floors here, and so that pan's with my mom's enchilada pan, pork chop pan, and all that. It's old, so uh, it she probably got it in the 70s or something like that because it was
Definitely.
she's had it before I was even born. I know that, and so it fell on the concrete floor and just fell on the angle on the edge of it and just it just busted. It's like I cried. I was like, oh my god, it was the only thing left from my mom that I had still, and yeah, my mom's fan. So I didn't know what to do, and so I stuck it in a box. I was like, I hold on to it. They're all in pieces. There's no way I can. I'll be able to glue it together so I can reuse it or anything. But and about what 6 months later is like I started smoking cigars, and when I started smoking cigars, it's like I need an ashtray. And so with that ashtray, I was like, okay, what am I going to go buy one? How about I make one? People are making the um, wooden ashtrays, and there was other ceramic. And I was like, I want to have one outside so that I wanted to have one outside that we live in an apartment complex, and I don't want to leave an ashtray out here where kids we have kids coming by and wanted to come and maybe steal our ashtray or somebody stealing an ashtray. So it's because it's a nice ashtray, to fuente or whatever. So I got some clay and I made an ashtray myself. And inside here, which it does need some cleaning. If you see,
some of it.
I laid the middle piece of my mom's pan inside. And then I put an ER on it for my mom. Initials. So this is what I've been using for the last 2 years. This is my ashtray from outside. This is the only ashtray I've been using since I started smoking cigars. It's made out of clay. I made it from my mom's ceramic or yeah ceramic pan that she cooked from one of the last dishes or pans that my mom had when she was still alive. And so and my mom was a heavy smoker. She smoked Pall Malls, non-filters. So
Uh-huh. I remember when you were right in junior high, and you would go pick up a carton for your mom.
yeah,
They would allow you to buy them because they already knew they're not for you.
They're not for me. That we would go. Yeah,
Get some batteries.
We
Get
go-
some batteries.
some BBs.
Some BBs.
We got
yeah,
some BBs for
from King
BB
of
guns,
Nuts,
Singing
yeah,
Huts, and then
and a carton of smoke.
Carter Smoke. Sometimes I would get her a 6-pack of beer, and this was before I was even 18. That was the old
You
days.
remember when I picked up that ashtray and I thought those were something different?
Yes,
uh,
that was the time my mom had smoked
filterless.
Pall Malls non-filter cigarettes. And so one time we were going to pick up my friend's Joseph's car. It had broken down on the side of the road. We had just gotten off work. It was already 10 o'clock at night. I was like, there's no cars on the road. There's no cars on the road. So we'll just, get in my truck. We'll get a rope. We'll go and we'll just haul it back in town, So such countryside stuff, And for some reason, just getting to a stop sign, we made the turn. The cop thought we rolled the stop sign, pulled us over, and going through the truck and all that. Saw my mom's, the ends of her cigarette, which is Pall Mall non-filter, and he's like, "What is this, boy? What is this?" It's like my mom's cigarettes. So it gave us with a warning, but but didn't let us go. It's like, no, it's too late to pull a car, so we'll just let you go. So that's a story about my ashtray I made for my mom's for inspiration.
Way to repurpose,
Repurpose, yes.
and not lose them.
So
We ate a lot of enchiladas.
we did eat a lot of enchiladas and pork chops and
Rice,
right. Oh,
potato salad,
those are all good.
cake, probably.
Like,
Enchiladas
we, we,
made in
we,
the
we,
same bed.
we made a lot of cakes in that pan
I know.
too. Yeah, we made cakes out of that pan. So
It's a universal pain.
it was, and that's that's what I'm thinking too. Is like that was the only pan I used for everything until it broke. It's like we stopped making food because because there's no pan to cook it in.
Well, I tell you, that reminds me. My granny had this yellow pot that she'd make most everything in. I wish I knew who had that pot because I feel like it's got all the flavor in it still. Beans, picadillo, squash, whatever it was. Just like that, this cooking dish. The memories of that, you can still smell it. And your mom always made sure everyone ate. So made plenty.
Yeah, nobody went hungry at my mom's.
No.
There was a story, a story from back then too. It's like we had our other my other best friend, Joseph. It's like it was the first time he went over to my house. I wasn't home. John Paul was with me, and we didn't have phones back then, but we knew we were going over to my mom's house, and my mom was making tamales.
Oh, goodness. You're telling me?
No, it was Joseph, and Joseph was over there. First time he went over to my house, and
Okay, it's a different. Oh, I'll tell you about it.
so it was hilarious. Um, he's over in my mom's house. My mom's making tamales, and so we finally get there like an hour later or something. And he's like, "Man, your mom just keeps making tamales and keeps feeding me. It's like I already ate a dozen. It's like she just keeps giving to me. I'm so full. I'm so full." It's like, well, I'm here. It's fine. You can stop eating and all that. It wasn't until like the next day my mom's like, "Man, your friend Joseph, he just kept on eating tamales. It's like he just kept on taking them or eating them. It's like he was full. It's like, well, he said more, and he's like, yes. So he was just eating them more. Like, but that's how Mexican Spanish moms were, right? They'll feed you. You hungry? You hungry, Bill? Yeah.
That's right.
You want to insult them?
I'll put in here what we're having. Amazon basin. Yeah. So you don't inhale. I'm pretty sure maybe I should have told you that before you started.
Oh, I do that.
But you just draw it into your mouth and then you can, retrohale by
For the flavor.
through the smell. That one should be factory smoked Maduro. It's technically like between $2.45 and $3. $3. So
So good. So I won't be wasting.
no, they're mainly ones that uh, we cut it short. They'll call it yard guards. While you're cutting the yard and all that, you're just something to smell.
Keep the mosquitoes away.
Mm. I don't know. We keep trying it, but we're in Texas, so those mosquitoes are like they're tough. You know, it's like I thought I saw one take a 3-year-old around town, around the yard the other day.
Yeah, that's all product in your hair. I see
My,
Good thing I got the helmet here. Huh?
it.
Keep them off.
Can't get in there.
They're trying though. Oh.
guess you could tell them on Facebook too. If that might be easier. Mm. I stopped at the local shop because I needed a couple of Bovita packs, and I picked up Veronica's Deadwood Dominicanas. Um, our shop had a box of Amazon basins of 2025, but they're out. But they had some Andalusian bulls there, so those are also another one that's kind of hard. The only thing is they had dropped the prices on the Amazon basins to like 17, and the Andalusian bulls are still like 30. So I'm like, which Andalusian bulls is technically what I'll say $14-15 stick still cigar. So we'll probably be on for another 30 minutes or so, 45 maybe. I'm just enjoying. So if you just making it to this part, just thanks for watching. If you're watching this after the live,
Pizza party.
thanks for watching that too. Don't forget to like and comment, or at least subscribing is the first time watching. Um, we're hoping to have some more content pretty soon. Uh, right now we're just in the backyard, um, listening to birds, smoking a cigar. It's not as hot since the sun come down, so that's why I wanted to wait for an hour before we came out.
Use that glare too.
Mm.
Beating down on us. It's nice. You'll be getting out of rain.
It's hit and miss, and like there's times that we're getting it, and it's like in the morning it'd be nice and cool, then it'll rain and the sun come out, but it'll be still kind of okay cool is. And I think I mean, look in the sky over there, are those dragonflies, hummingbirds, or mosquitoes?
That's a mosquito.
They're mosquitoes, they're huge.
They're eating mosquitoes.
Mm.
Actually, if you think about it,
I hope so.
that's a good sign. You know, that's exactly what they're doing.
So everything's been pretty much wet over here. As you can see, we have all this green grass, so
Everything's really green.
I heard the possum's gonna come by again last night.
I heard
yeah.
like a ninja.
Yeah, so last night we had possum come down at the edge of our yard, I guess. Edge of our yard, just the backyard of the apartments. Where we have
To the wild
grass
over
and
here.
stuff. So it was crawling. I was like, hey, there's, look at that. It's a possum. It's a possum. I was like, yeah. I was like, maybe it's like a kitty cat. And I go, you're a kitty, kitty, kitty. You're a kitty, kitty.
Don't let it in the house.
I was like,
It wasn't a baby, but it wasn't like fully adult, fully grown. Oh yeah. There was a. Um,
Like the fox.
I saw that there was a warning for for a city, or I guess it's a city,
Yeah.
for a city for rabbit fox
Rabbit fox.
or coyote. No, it was coyote.
The coyotes.
Yeah, a rabbit coyote. They found a rabbit coyote.
I was gonna say if you see one during the day, you should.
Yeah, most of them said night.
Yeah.
It
This
it
one
was the
at night.
evening. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
this one was
evening
at
was you
night.
saw
I
a
saw it.
coyote.
We were sitting out here at
So I
night.
just
and
wouldn't
it just
expect
came
to
right
still
by.
close to you.
Well, they're building out that way, so they're cutting all the trees and
Oh,
stuff down, so they're coming
running
this way.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, just like the wilderness that we saw. The roosters go up into the porch.
Huh.
In the front and just chill.
I think we had well, I think that's the reason why we had all these bugs and scorpions too, because over in the other side over there, they were building, and you could hear the machines for hours just going dun 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 dun
Oh yeah.
dun 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 digging or whatever. So all that vibration is sending all the critters this way.
Mm-hmm.
At night over here you can see all the planes go by from Austin or Marble Falls or wherever. We can see all the planes. And over here you can see the UFO that comes around every now and then.
Oh, y'all got drones around here too. I better go inside. I told you. Okay, Chris. Think back. Has he told you about that? No, about the return of the alien ship on the way back to Joseph's house.
In the back of the truck going to just
They decided to stop and tell me we were there already. But then when I realized where we were at, I don't remember doing it, but they let me know. Like I was like, no, they're coming back.
man, it's like kids today are horrible. It's like we weren't that bad.
We had a great time.
It's like
I'm in the back of the truck from the tailgate. They're driving.
Yeah, stay back.
Mm-hmm. That's about as far as they could get me.
just like I always forget what time of night were we driving around town. 2 in the morning, something like that. That was like 11. It was right
It
after.
never seemed late, but it was way after dark.
Yeah.
Especially coming back from Bernie to this side, coming to that side.
You know, to tell you the truth, within the last couple of years, I've heard other guys' stories about them growing up and all that, and our stories aren't that bad. We're weak compared to them. There's some tough guys out there, and they're still alive.
Because we took care of each other, dude. We didn't let anybody get that drunk or get that intoxicated, so to speak. That's how I feel about it anyway. The other people nowadays that I see, they'll sit there and laugh at somebody that's got alcohol poisoning. We'd be like, hey, we got to cool you down, we do something about it. And the other people be standing around laughing.
Mm.
Sure, nowadays the girls, you just leave their friends.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that.
The guys, they don't even know. Just,
That's-
she went out. What the?
That's bad.
Not me. I was running after them and grabbing the girl and being like, "You're my ride home. You ain't going home with this guy." The guy tried to get her. I'm like, "Oh no, I will scream, bloody murder right now. If you don't get your hand."
Then again, Christopher, I don't think we really had to get fucked up to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that we didn't get fucked up, but we didn't get
Mm.
out of control. I don't know how to describe it other than we were safe. Taking care of each other, like I'm saying.
Yeah.
And tell you the truth, feel like people we hung out with just better sense.
Right.
I feel like people don't have common sense now.
That is
The
true.
younger generation.
They rely too much on the internet and mobile stuff.
Yeah.
They have no sense of direction. I don't know. Hey,
Hey, Matt. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt. So, I decided to just go with a Amazon basin. I have my best friend John Paul with came up. He hasn't. We haven't actually seen each other for
It's actually very
like 2
enjoyable.
years. We gave him a factory smoke, so he didn't feel
Perhaps
bad if he
longer
didn't
than that,
finish it.
brother.
Maybe longer than 2 years.
Like going on 3 at least, because I haven't been in Kerrville for 3 years. So
Hmm.
yeah.
So we gave him a factory smoke, so he didn't feel bad if he didn't finish it. But and Veronica's over on the side too, Matt. Yeah, Veronica's here too. She decides smoking. What are you smoking over there, babe?
Tatuaje
Oh yeah, that's right.
creature
Tatuaje creature
for Friday the 13th.
for Friday the 13th. Because you already smoked your Jason.
I already smoked Jason. I didn't even remember smoking Jason, but I did.
So happy Friday the 13th too, and for everyone else, like I said, happy Father's Day for this weekend.
Happy birthday again.
Mm.
Happy birthday.
What are you smoking on for tonight? I know it's Friday. A lot of people are doing stuff on Fridays, really. I think that's why most podcasts aren't on Friday. But I just picked a Friday because everybody else was, there was like three, 4 podcasts that I saw usually watch, and they were on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and it's like Thursdays. There's a couple. Thank God I was watching TV anyways. So,
Well, I'm glad you invited me over because that's about all I would be doing on Friday night. Falling asleep in my chair. So glad I got to come out and see you, brother.
I'm glad you came out too. So if you're just now starting to watch, we popped open a couple wild turkeys, which wild turkey was one of my favorite drinks. So, but able to get a wild turkey 8-year, and I think it's worth it.
Yes.
So,
it's so smooth.
But we will pair drinks or pair other stuff with cigars too. So, if he wasn't going to join us with the drink, we did have regular sodas. If I'm trying to introduce John Paul to you, Matt over here, he goes by Sober Cigars. Matt's been sober for a while.
Cheers, brother.
He's a good buddy. So thanks for dropping in, Matt.
And congrats on the sobriety. One thing I've worked on for several years now. Although I do partake in a few drinks every now and then in the good company, but to tell you the truth, Crispin, I hadn't told you yet. I got a PI.
Oh,
along with resisting arrest.
that's not good.
Oh no, it's okay. All right. Yes, I made a mistake. Yes, I learned from that mistake. But in all, there were wrongdoings, and I'll be in court Tuesday for that. But it's going to be okay. Like I said, I feel strongly that there was no use. There was no need for the excessive force that was applied, and I'm still suffering from bodily injury from it. My shoulder's been not so much dislocated, but I've got some nerve damage or something going on. And on a lighter note, like I'm saying, sobriety is something I strive to become, and I can definitely say that I've stopped the use of other things.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to someone saying such as sober cigars, I like that. This is another product of that. Usually I'd be breaking this cigar up and filling it back up with something. See, now I can see it's actually enjoyable
with the leafy green. Yeah, the that's one of the reasons I kind of started on it one time or wanted to, and noticing afterwards when I was smoking, it's like, you sit down and you smoke a cigar. This was way before the podcast or watching anything on podcasts. I would actually come out here, I'd do my little picture of cigar
Hmm.
and then post that on TikTok or something. But then we would just sit out here. We would sit outside and
Thank you so very much.
draw on the cigar and just relax, especially with trees out here. And it was a good hour, an hour and a half meditation, just, sitting here contemplating. It has the first half a year, 6 months, it really, when we were doing that. And then Veronica got into it about 9 months later, but she would sit out here and read her books on her phone,
Hmm.
and we just enjoy the peace and, like I said, the beauty of the cardinals and other birds coming by. And
I don't hear the traffic. I hear the wildlife. I can hear the crickets right now. I can see how that's nice or a peaceful meditative spot here for you. And
Mhm.
yeah, once it gets a little bit darker, you'll hear all the chichadas going crazy.
Oh my God.
Last year,
oh,
last
so
year,
you know it's getting hot.
Yeah.
So you know it's June.
Well,
Mhm.
Definitely.
last year we're on a podcast with the cigar dudes, and I had to keep muting my button on here because the mic would pick up all the chichadas or cicadas.
Wow,
Oh, just
Yeah.
loud. It's like,
Yeah.
June bugs kept flying at you.
yeah,
Yeah.
be talking away or taking a puff, and all of a sudden a June bug would twak right inside of your head.
How's your cigar?
How's your
I'm
cigar?
enjoying it. I'm
Enjoying
enjoying it. Yes. Yes, I am. It's better than them cheap gas station ones. Tell you that. The White Owl and shit.
Yeah, even
You know what I'm
even
saying?
even he's saying even a factory smoke is an upgrade from the gas station
Oh, indeed.
White Owls.
I believe.
Or-
I believe greatly because the flavor alone is robust and not dry. Not to mention it's flavorful.
the
The
aroma.
essence of it before I even lit it, it was very approachable. Not something I was like, ooh, that's gonna burn.
So let me tell you about this one. So the first year I couldn't find this. It's called an Amazon Basin by CAO. Um, so they made these crops every 3 years in the Amazon Basin.
Really?
Yes. So there's a leaf in here that they grow over there, and as the story was that when they first got it or getting the leaves for it, they would have to, ride in a boat going down the river to get to the farm and talk to the people to get the leaves. And when they got the leaves to trade them for the leaves, they was trading, I don't know, goats and rice and stuff like that for them.
Hmm.
But then a few years later, now they want because they're civil.
banned.
They got civilized,
Oh, okay.
more civilized, I guess.
Now they don't want just
So
Coca-Cola.
that's Mexico.
No?
No, that's all over. Yes,
surprised.
that's all over.
Be surprised.
So, um, these are more. These would say, like, if you had a liquor, these would be kind of like your allocated cigars.
Mhm.
They're kind of hard to find. People grab them up when they find them. If places have them, you might get lucky and get them at the MSRP price, or they're probably charging twice as much for them. There's a couple that we bought
That's sought
first time.
after, huh?
They we got them for like $30, and there are places you can get them for 14 MRC, 14 to 17, something like that, guys.
Mhm.
And hey, Monica's on.
Yeah.
So that being said, if you buy in bulk,
Emphasis.
is it cheaper?
Oh, okay.
That being said, is it bulk price cheaper?
In
Or in cigar language, is it better to buy single?
it just depends on what you're buying. Um, there are a lot of cigars you can buy in bundles on clearance or um, now I can't think of the word, But yeah, you can buy a bunch of them smaller on cheap price and stuff like that. There's places where you can go online and bid on them and get them for a lesser price than what you can get them in shops. But what you really want to do, what I like to do, is actually go to a brick and mortar and look for myself. So, because I like to support these brick and mortar places because they're actually running a building.
Yeah.
I just love the atmosphere, the building itself, seeing them on the shelves and all that. Like when you were a kid and you want to go look for that Ninja Turtle on the shelf at Toys R Us, you actually want to go to the place and get it instead of just
Yeah.
buying it online, because you like to see all the other stuff. Now,
Stuff you can't.
right, and there's the one chichara for the night.
Calling his friends. Watch out.
It's the mating call.
I told you. I told you.
There you go.
Sending what do you call it?
We got a lot of birds out here too. We've gotten the hummingbirds. I've taken small pictures of hummingbirds too here.
Mm-hmm.
There's one blue jay that we just cannot catch.
The blue jays are fast. It's like,
Flies right by.
yeah,
I didn't know
It's like
blue
I-
jays were aggressive.
it's like,
Oh, yeah.
Seen it?
I've heard that, yeah.
We've got a cardinal nest in the front, in one of my crepe myrtles, and the blue jay was attacking it. I was like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're real.
Neat bird to see, but like, can't you see they're trying to raise a family? Leave them alone.
Jump.
Yeah, I know. I've changed. It gets easier to be nice, Don't have to be
earlier,
a butthead.
earlier, someone asked me, "So what'd you get for your birthday?" I got a year older. I got a year older. That's what I get for my birthday.
Yeah, you're an old man now.
I'm an old man.
You're older now.
Yeah. Yeah.
For another few months.
It's a few.
Supposed to say you're getting wiser.
He's always been wise though.
Yo, go ahead. It's somewhere here.
Well, I want to check out what happened to the dude. Get that white in there. Better than my brothers though. They like bleached up.
I've
They
seen
like
that.
cotton balls.
Yes, they are. Yeah, I've seen that.
What happened, old man?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yep.
And they're younger than us.
Yep.
That's why I was
Exactly.
like, that's why
You like me, dude. You're none up top. You ain't got nothing down here. Who you got for you? But
Keep flexing.
Shh. It's got that water here.
Mascara.
Mascara. You
well,
get mascara, you get your
at least
mustache. You.
at least you're not with the little colored twins that they use
The-
just for men.
Just for men.
Yeah. I have to say, I think it was my little brother saying, like, who can mix you look cool? I was like, dude, come on. It's like, don't you know? Hairdresser told me, so there ain't nothing wrong with your little white or gray hairs because that means you have experience. That's what it comes with.
It's got some spice to it, like a baking spice to it. All right, check it out.
Oh.
It's very creamy. I like this one.
Has the bacon spice that it's more of a nutmeg, I guess.
It's different.
So those when we smoke those cigars, a lot of people just smoke cigars because it's a smoking cigar. It's like, I'm fancy. I smoke a cigar. Then you get the ones that are really into it, and it's like, oh yeah, I taste pumpernickel and coriander and stuff like that.
So I gotta ask.
Okay.
Is it like that's really in there, or it's just the flavor in comparison?
Thank you, Monica. Um, so what it is, you know, the leaves that are in there, the binder, the filler is inside, and it just depends on what I want to say. It depends on what it grows into to that farm, that crop, and then when the different leaves that are how it's packed into it gives off like it's still all smoke. Each leaves kind of have a different uh, flavor, scent to it. So
Mhm.
when you get it with your taste buds in your mouth, in your taste buds, you really taste with your taste buds. You smell, and whatever you're smelling and tasting together is what. And if you try and actually concentrate to pick up, is what you're picking up on what each one kind of, I want to say, reminds you of that you've had. Some people say, like, oh, it's like cedar or leather. It's not like you really eating cedar or leather,
I've heard
but
of that too.
you've been around a leather belt, a cedar, and you've had that sense in your nostril, in your, or if you had a leather belt and you had it in your mouth, you know what it kind of tastes like. Not like the leather part actually touching your tongue, but the scent of it, in your nose when you actually have it in your mouth.
Like at the barbershop.
Yeah. So bugs, and but there are some cigars that mostly, when you get in there, you mainly get a lot. I would say a lot of them you get like mostly cedar, earthy, leather notes, and then depends what the combination is of you get floral notes, um, and that's like you're it's not like you're eating anything, but you're smelling flowers.
Yeah.
That kind of goes in there, and you're like, and you actually tasting with the back of your nose or something, and it's kind of floral or sweetness,
It's a product of the olfactory.
right. So it's like when someone say,
Stimulates that memory.
it's like
flavor.
you farted. Oh my god, I tasted it in my mouth. You didn't actually eat the fart. You smelled it.
That's because you told them, did somebody burn popcorn?
Oh,
Those for Joseph. Unanimous for that. Somebody burning popcorn?
do you smell popcorn?
You just do it automatically. Like, oh gosh, damn.
To make you smell.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I don't even know if I've seen like a podcast where we're talking to someone that's first smoking a cigar and actually talking to them about what's interesting of cigars and the flavor notes and all that. Like I said, it's like you're starting out, you know, or you have your first one here.
I'd say for primary experience, as an actual time to enjoy it, not breaking it up. Like I said, I'm feeling it again. It's been very enjoyable. It's it's not something that turns me away from it. Like, God, could you do that somewhere else? If you're in public somewhere, I don't mind.
Right.
And then again, I have been around you when we're younger, and you partake. We'd be smoking cigarettes, and you'd be smoking a cigar.
Yeah, the peach white house because you could get them like $2 for a 5-pack, and they didn't last like an hour.
See, that's kind of what I was comparing earlier. Like, really, my old knowledge is just better to buy cheap because you're gonna dump it in.
Mhm.
But I can see how it's gonna enjoy the full convenience of it. Not even convenience, but the full effect.
Kind of flavor to taste.
It's better to
So
seek out what you can afford
you're right. What you can afford.
and what you may consume
We had friends that
without it getting old.
all they do is smoke like the 99 Sweets JC Newman or the factory smokes like that one, and they're only $2-3 a piece, so they could buy a bundle or 5-pack for, 15-20 bucks or $45 for the big pack.
You've gotten me a gift pack before with a couple of varieties, and
Yeah, those.
after that, I had a friend of mine that I was working with, and he would pick me them up there in Fair Oaks. And they were relatively smaller compared to this one.
Mhm.
A thinner circumference or diameter to it.
That's
But
your
they're really smooth, and it was the same kind of thing. He was like, "Well, I don't want to get you nothing too harsh or too complex because this is something that it's not going to turn you away from it."
Right.
So it was enjoyable at that time too.
Yeah, when I first got into it, I got into stuff that I kind of like. I didn't want to spend too much money on it, and I did my research, and that's how I got to meet a lot of these content creators and friends on YouTube and TikTok and stuff, that they were smoking cigars too. I did a lot of research and watching their videos on what they were smoking, what notes that they were getting at. Like, I'm not real. I don't care for too much pepper, and that's the burning of going through your nostril, because I like to retro hell. And one of the first ones that I retro held that really tears in my eye was the Metallica did one, and it's the M81 by Drew Estates, and that one had a lot of pepper that was kept on. I was like, oh my god! But I couldn't stop retrohelling because I'm so used to retrohelling. And when you retrohell, that's when you get a little bit more notes, because it kind of goes through your nostrils and your nose, and so you get more sense out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't like retrohell the whole thing. You do a little bit, because you can burn up your nostrils and your senses if you do it too much, or some people can. And there's other people that likes the pepper, and they like the big strong cigars that uh they can smoke anything, and if anything's not too heavy dark, it's like it's a weak cigar, but it's not a weak cigar. It's just you're past the smaller Connecticut lighter cigars, which I some of the lighter cigars, they do handle light cedar, light hay stuff, and it's an easygoing cigar, and the best cigar is the one you enjoy. That's why I say best cigar is the one you enjoy. And so if you're getting into it and you want to try it, it's like go light. It's like I went light and then got corrupted by other people on here, and then just got going joining in, and then now I got Veronica started, but
that knocked me on my ass.
yeah, the the
I had just started. Like, let me try yours, and I was like, that knocked me out for like 2 hours.
the Marcelago, yeah, knocked you out. She smoked a couple of heavy cigars first starting out, or not even really heavy, but kind of heavy to her. Heavy to her, and a few puffs. It's like afterwards, if you feel nauseous, some sugar, drink a Coke, have a piece of chocolate. So if you need something sweet, drink something sweet after cigar, especially if you're not used to
I
them.
have to say, chocolate and smoking. It's a good combination. I agree with you.
I've actually seen somebody that pairs their cigars with chocolate milk. Most of them in the morning they pair their
Chocolate milk. I don't know about that, but good old chocolate bar. I like that. Chocolate in my mouth while I'm smoking.
Well, they'll, in the morning you're pairing it.
Sweet.
In the morning you're
But I like dark chocolate too. So.
In the morning you're pairing it with coffee, or in the afternoons, or if you don't drink alcohol or anything, you drink coffee, decaf coffee or something, and you pair it with the coffee. It kind of mellows together. That's why the bourbon works with it too. When I review, I usually just do a water or mineral water, Topo Chico or something like that, something without a flavor. I do like the lime.
Mhm.
I'll even drink it with regular beer just because there's not really any flavor in it, but I do like beer.
Mhm.
I don't really do it when I review. I mean, I'll do it when I'm just enjoying it. It's like I've already reviewed this cigar. I know I like it. You know, the, a lot of people like the 2025, which this is the 2025 version. I had the 2024. That was my first Amazon Basin. I enjoyed the 24 better than 25. There, I said it. But I did. I think there was a little bit more cashew chewiness, raisin sweetness that I enjoyed better than this one. This one has a little bit more darker, bolder uh, notes to it, um, which is it's a good. I like it too.
Mhm.
Um, is it overhyped? Maybe, you know, but then again, people were getting paying um, anything $10, $20 over for a certain bottle of drink, or you know buying a Coca-Cola instead of a HEB cheap 25 cents soda. you know it's a difference.
Say bye to Matt.
Why not? Thank you, Matt. So
So what's next on your list? A new cigar you want to try?
there's a new cigar to try this rest of the year or future. Let's see, or at least until for next birthday. Um, right now, I want to try that Placencia Amocielo. I want Alma de Cielo. Um, Other than that, I'm not really sure. I'm still looking at the new boutique slash craft cigars that are coming out. There's a bunch that are still coming out. Um, um, if I can say ironclad, they're rebranding theirs from being Black Pearl. You know, that's one of my friends, uh, uh, Randy and them doing their new cigar, or rebranding their cigar. He was on the cigar dudes that started where I was at. Um, Now the Sulu, I don't know if he's keeping the same names or not, but the Sulu was a really good cigar. Uh, yeah, it's Veronica's favorite.
Mhm.
The Celibus is a nice morning cigar.
It's
It's
good.
You can smoke it anytime, really.
Mhm.
The Benda is, for me, my palate. It's a little bit different. I don't know about it. It could be other people's, but I do like the Celibus and the Sulu better. They are dropping off another cigar. Um, I can't remember what Randy said it was going to be, but it's going to be out there. So
The Silent Hero one got sold out. That would be one for the
yes,
future.
the Silent Hero, their new 1,000 yard stare. I wouldn't mind getting that and trying that out. The Cigar Clowns, their Russian Bear, or I'm not, you know, I keep hearing Russian Bear, but I feel like it's called a different name. Um, but that is definitely one. Um, you know, Also, I just want to give a shout out to everybody that I've encountered during this journey in the last 2 years. There's Randy, Glenn, Matt, Tom, Cigar Tom, Panda, uh, uh,
Dawn.
Don, JJ, um,
Rob.
Rob,
There's so many.
There's so many. It's like I feel like I'm on Academy Awards and just thanking everybody and that's in the industry. Uh, every everybody that I watched, Dion Bandit cigars. Frank from Texas Cigar Society, Hugo, definitely Hugo, um, and Ish from Banff Cigars. Um, and Toro Cigar Company. Um, you know, everybody I've watched, everybody I've seen, Stallone, everyone we've had on on Discord and on the Cigar Dudes uh, podcast at the time when I was on there. Um, Honor and Ash group for veterans and first responders. Um, yeah, there's so many out there you can watch, um, connect to. Um,
It's a great community to be.
it is a great community. I feel like she's telling me, and then I'm saying it.
Read the cue cards.
Cue card. We have live cue cards. She tells me if you can't hear her, I'm telling her. She's a teleprompter, like John Paul says. Um, it's there's so many out there. If you're watching this episode, thank you. Hit the like, subscribe, share. Um, like I said, this is just an kind of not really impromptu, but I just wanted to share my birthday night celebration, and I am just so happy. I'm with my two best friends, my wife Veronica,
I'm glad to be here.
and my best friend John Paul.
Cheers to you.
Say cheers. I still have something. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. And everybody that's watched this or going to watch this, um, I also got to say thanks, for more content. Ben, uh, Ben out there, um, Smoke Break, which I like a lot of his content. He's in hiatus at the moment. He's if you haven't watched any of his content, please go and watch some of his content. He's in Hawaii. I'm pretty sure it's hard to get some cigars out there, but he does. Some of his older videos, it's so cool. If he ever watches this video, shaka shaka, and he had like a heart attack or stroke, and so he's kind of overcoming that, so he can come back to have more content. So um, hopefully everything gets well done for him. Um, this is pretty much just saying thank you for everybody that's ever been since the last 2 years. That I've come in contact with. Even Tim Cigar Daily, he was one of the first content creators that I started watching, and actually seeing and talking to him and being on a podcast with him on at one time. It's he's Tim. It's awesome. So he is great personality, just awesome with everybody on his team too, Terrence and Billy and Ryan. So just thanking everybody. I'm just name dropping people, but if I forgot anybody, it's because there's so many, and it's just a great opportunity to be in this culture. Women in the industry too. Karen Berger, that's a big one, and everybody that's in there. McAuliffe, Amy McAuliffe, we had her on one disco on an episode. That's when we Veronica loved because she was able to. She heard about the what is it, Magdalia, which goes about Women's Day, right?
Tuesday.
It's a Women's Day. It's a cigar that's kind of honoring the woman rollers of the industry, and so Veronica finally found one of those. We shared it. We loved it.
That's awesome.
It's an awesome cigar. So, but I think at this a time right now, I think I'm going to call it quits. So, since my friend John Paul's here, I haven't seen him. Like I said, I haven't really seen him in 2-3 years. I'm glad I was able to do this episode. I want to say
For sharing with me.
cheers to everyone. Here's for another birthday for me. Thank you for all the birthday wishes for this episode. Let's see. Oh, Crispin. Thank you, Crispin. So, global, the Global Latin Factor podcast. Before I go, this guy Crispin, he has same like my name, except Crispin. He's like my doppelganger. If I actually exercised and lost weight and had long hair and was younger
Speak Spanish.
and spoke Spanish. So anyway, Crispin on the Global Latin Factor. If you haven't watched any of his episodes, go check him out. It's not cigar content, but if you want to learn anything about the Latin culture and people in the Latin culture that's doing awesome talent out there, check out his videos. His content is great. Um, Hopefully, one day we'll get him on here just so we can spread the knowledge and see what he's all into and what he's all about. So, sorry, Crispin, you just showed up at the end. I think we're just gonna go end this in a few seconds, and I just want to say thank you for everyone again. I'm just having a good night. That's all it is. So let's see. So again, thank you everyone. We'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you for the birthday wishes, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Well, Veronica, say bye.
Bye.
Later.